How do we strength train as we get older? So today I am going to show you the how of how I strength train. Last week we talked about the why, and my why for strength training is I want to take care of myself as I get older, not depend on my daughter or other relatives to take care of me. And I want to retain my quality of life. I still want to snowboard. I want to go out and bike, hike, do all the things I enjoy as I age. So that's my why. And for you, you've got to establish what your why is. But today, we're going to focus on the how. And I'm going to utilize a product called a suspension trainer. When I was training older clients, the nice thing about the suspension trainer is it gives a level of stability to those who are new to strength training and a little confidence boost. So the brand I'm using today is TRX. I bought it way back when they first came out. There are other brands on the market, so it doesn't really matter the brand. But before we begin, I just want to say I am not a medical professional, and I just recommend that you speak with your doctor or your medical professional before you begin any exercise routine, and just follow their guidelines. But here is how I strength train. So remember, we talked about the 8 principles that I used last week, and if you didn't watch that video, I'll leave the link at the end. You can go back and watch that. But we'll start with the lower body. So every day we sit. We sit down in our car, we sit down at the toilet to go to the bathroom, we sit down in our office chair, at the kitchen table. So every time we sit down, we are squatting. So the nice thing about the suspension trainer is it gives us a little stability and allows us a greater range of motion. So as we squat, we can get a deeper range of motion, really working those muscles. So that's the first exercise that I like to incorporate. Works the good old butt, legs, and makes it easier to go up and down when we sit. The second principle that I use is lunges. So you think about when we're walking, we are lunging forward. When we climb a set of steps, we are taking a deeper, steeper lunge. Well, the nice thing about the suspension trainer is it allows me to step back, keep that knee above my ankle, lower down in that lunge position, and I can quickly alternate from side to side. Now we could do walking lunges that require a little bit more balance, but for beginners, particularly as we're older and we need a little extra stability, this really gives a good confidence boost. The third principle is hinge. So think about when we bend over to pick up something, what are we doing? We're hinging at our hips. So we can utilize a suspension trainer to exercise our hips. So I like to take and then just drop those hips back, engage my butt, engage my core, and bring those hips back up. Great way to strengthen that area of the body. So we got our squat, our lunge, and our hinge for our lower body. So now we're going to the upper body. So when we're lifting up a baby or a box overhead at work, we're pushing. So with the suspension trainer, we can mimic the same motion as doing a push-up, but this allows us to use less of our body weight. And what we can do here, depending upon your strength level, I can almost stand up where I'm barely using any of my body weight and pressing back. As I get stronger, I can then increase that angle going down. Now, always keeping a nice engaged core plank position, but as we get stronger, we can put more and more body weight into the motion until we eventually get to that full push-up. So push is that first upper body principle. The next is pull. Think about all the things we bend over, we're pulling weeds out the garden, pulling on the garden hose. We pull things all the time, opening a car door. So we can, same thing as the push, we can engage more body weight the steeper the angle, but we can start off here really light, keeping that core nice and tight and working that pulling motion. And as we get stronger, we can add more body weight. So we got push, we got pull, now rotate. So what do we do that we rotate? Well, let's say we were volunteering down at the food bank. I might grab a box from one person, rotate and hand it to another. I might pick up my child and rotate and sit them in the high chair. You know, playing golf. Whew. 4, okay, I'm an awful golfer, so I would have to say that every time I swing. But swinging a baseball bat, we rotate so much in life. So one of my favorite exercises, and this really helps loosen up the body, is a simple, what we call torso rotation. Rotating, and so we can quickly move from one side to the other, strengthening those muscles in the core and increasing our flexibility. So we got push, pull, and rotate there on the upper body. So now we're going to concentrate on the middle portion of the body, our core. And so one of my favorite exercises is to get on the ground and do a plank, but we can do that also with the suspension trainer. And so just simply going out. And so as we do this, we want to keep our legs tight, keep our butts tight, engage our stomach muscles, keep everything tight, and doing that plank. And this is engaging that core. And what this is good for is our posture when we're standing up, to be able to have that nice straight posture, standing at a job all day long, going for long hikes, whatever the case might be. And then the last thing I like to always work on is balance. And so as we climb a flight of steps, we stand on one leg. And so every time we go up, we're having to balance on the leg. So utilizing the suspension trainer and simply standing on one leg. And so initially you might have tension on it, but then we can slowly just let go. But it's there for confidence, seeing how long. You could start off with 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Eventually you'll go to 30, 60 seconds and alternating legs, but working on that balance. So then as we're climbing those stairs, as we're hiking over unstable surfaces, no big deal. We got great balance. So let's take, and I'm going to show you a sequence of how I kind of put this all together into a quick workout, and we'll see how long this takes. So starting out, I would say doing like 3 sets with about 10 reps. If you're wanting to lose weight, more reps. If you're wanting to build strength, go at a steeper angle and do less reps. But beginning out, I would say 10 to 12 reps and going at your own pace. So we're gonna put these together. I'm gonna do a lower body and an upper body exercise together and alternate between the two. So we're gonna start out, this is kind of a basic sequence how you do generally, starting out with push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to quickly rotate around into hinge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then I'm going to quickly go into pull. This is working my back today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And one thing I want to point out, so through all the exercises, I want to make sure that I'm maintaining that straight plank position. And then we'll go right into squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah. Now I'm going to go right into rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll go right into lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to rotate around and do those planks. 1, 2, 3. As you do these, you can really feel that core engage. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then I won't bore you by doing 30 seconds, but I want to work on that balance. And you'll see my legs start to wobble the longer it goes. But it's engaging so many muscles from our legs up to our core. And you can challenge this by adding rotation and other things. And I do alternate both legs, whatever you do. But we can combine exercises to challenge that balance even more. So I take a minute rest, and then I repeat that 3 times if you're starting out. So do the sequence 3 times, and then in a few weeks, you could begin adding more and more reps and more rounds. There are many more pull, push exercises that we could do with the suspension trainer, but this is a basic workout that I love to do, and I'm going to continue over the next few weeks to show you additional exercises that we can do to strengthen other parts of the body, like our arms. So, love you guys. I hope this blesses you, and if it doesn't make sense to us, just remember, not all things always make sense when we first start them, but as we start and then we start to see the results and feel the difference they make, it makes more sense. There's a verse in Proverbs 3, 5 through 6 that says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him. So sometimes we have to just not lean on our own understanding, just trust the process, and the outcome will come. So I hope this helps you. Hit that like button and subscribe, and leave a comment in the below and let me know what you're doing to take care of your body. I am trying to get back in the best shape of my life, and still got a ways to go, got some more of this to get off, but I'm making progress, and I want to encourage you to do the same. Love you guys. God bless.